Right, so we are now in Dungeon Defenders 2, switched over to the a private tavern here. Normally you'd load into like a social tavern, be full of people traipsing around. I do like that aspect. It makes it really feel like an adventurous tavern with all the people there preparing for missions and stuff, and you can test your DPS with other people, and you can get yourself ready for a fight. And these are the daily quests, which is something that intrigues me a lot. They could probably be expanded upon so it isn't just exterminator quests, but as it says down here, pre-alpha, so there you go. They have plenty of chance to put in more. I think I'll do 50 war boars because it seems to me more of those will spawn than wyverns. It's the new Defenders Tavern. Sphere word sheet is it's a sphere grid. It's not much else to it than that. I still have attack spheres, and I'll go and exchange those for builders.
I'm not. I don't really think there's like for builders defense range increase spheres at the moment.
No, there's Power Sphere.
Yeah.
Oh, Power Sphere 3 is actually a small one still. I thought it would have been a big one.
Small spheres go up to like 5, I think. So you might as well save your money for a bit.
Ah, it unlocks based on my level.
Yeah, I think so.
Ah, fuck it. We'll go level a bit then. It's not important.
Because I've got a texture 5, so they give me a bit more damage. Since mostly all I do is pew things.
Here's the hero manager. In DD2 you get like 3 heroes you can swap between. Doing a mission or a level, map, whatever. Instead of in vanilla where you could just go and you could switch between all of the different characters that you made. Here you have to strategize a bit more, and I don't mind it. It's fine. The alchemist, just upgrading. Put in something and then you sacrifice things to it as experience, and it levels up, and we'll probably get around to showing that later once we have something to upgrade. The hatchery, stable boy, here will you put in an egg, and I would do it if the game wasn't bugged to shit and wouldn't allow me to incubate for some fucking reason. Alpha is probably that reason. There would be an incubate button right here. Just click that, and after only 8 hours I would get a pet out of it. Then feed the pet food and it'll level up. Fairly basic right there. It could be really fun if you can see here this is an infant. You can see the joke right there in the name. But it would be really cool if it leveled up and then became like a grown imp or something, that it visually changed. They have done a lot to visually change things. Like when you upgrade stuff, it actually visually changes the look of your defenses and stuff, and that's another thing that's just always super cool to see. That you can really see how badass your turrets get. This will just still look like a fucking one of those boxes of fireworks you just shoot straight in the air. You know, the ones you just get in like a box like this. Still just looks like Chinese fireworks. Pretty cool though. Guess we'll just jump right into a map and show that off. Should we just continue down and do the throne room, or should we just do it from the beginning, or...
Do the one after the beginning.
The Dragon Bazaar. I started off as a monk, I can't remember why, but one of the first things I noticed was that the defense units have been bumped up slightly, just a tad. So now I have like 800 defense unit instead of like... What was the maximum in any vanilla? I don't think it went above 100, did it?
I'm not quite sure. It was quite small compared to this. Though I think this one calculates mana costs of the turrets rather than a set pop cap.
Interesting.
Okay. So I'm gonna let you be the builder, so don't forget you got another 2 lanes to do.
Okay. So that was like the first thing I did.
I'm gonna keep 10 mana for repairs.
Okay. The first thing I did as that monk was just like, oh my god, I have like 500, 800 defense units. Auras
Spam.
everywhere. Just filled with auras that of course did fucking nothing. But you can, and that's really cool. It's much more flexible in your strategy. You can be a lot more flexible in your strategy.
Well, it can allow for much more flexibility in strategy. Currently, the only real strategies are either spam cannonball turrets behind spike blockades, or a million bazillion lightning auras with some geyser turrets. Those are the only 2 strategies that I've ever seen people try.
Yeah,
because they are the strongest at the moment.
Yeah, and I can't remember what the rule is called, but it dictates that if you have an ultimate solution that always works, you will always use it. And the fucking, I haven't seen it yet with the Uber, but you said that the monk's aura, you can put like an Uber on it, and it's just insanely overpowered.
Yeah. Before you managed to join, there was a monk in the social tavern doing about 500,000 DPS with auras alone.
Ah, it's good.
Yeah. And they get to put like 5 down, but I don't care. 5 auras is basically nothing towards the population cap of your turrets in the long run. So
no, it really isn't. But yeah, that leads straight into another thing, is that you can combo your defenses. Put down something that makes them wet, then of course lightning will do more damage. And I love that concept. I just want to see so much more with that. I think, did you, let me actually just, yeah, I got it refunded fully, so I'll just check. Because you talked something about it will increase range if you build defenses at a higher ground.
yeah, it seems like it does. Only to a certain percentage, then you can no longer hit that.
It's probably not. If it is there, it's probably not much.
It looked like the range indicator got larger. That's all.
Yeah,
it was probably
it does look like it, but I can't tell right now. We'll have to just...
don't forget this. We'll need to
wait and
some
see.
more down here.
Can I... No, it's just gonna split this focus there. I'm just gonna put it in here.
Yeah.
There we go. That way it won't get confused. And the mana you get, you can't open all the chests on a map.
Hey,
you can
come down
see
here,
here.
Anna.
Yeah, I'm playing stuff.
I don't care if you're making a video.
You whore.
Motherfucker, I've got some toffee right here. I'll eat it if you want me to.
You slam shut your com trap and behave. That's what you'll do.
Hello, this middle. Middle.
Yeah, I'm getting to it. That's why I usually just want to put all my defenses here. Because I'm lazy.
Yeah, but then all the call bolts just explode right next to the cart.
Yeah, well, I never think that far ahead.
No, apparently you don't. That's why you're still at college at like 30.
Reality. I do love also there's more places to put the things.
Yeah, they do seem to be a little more lenient to where you can place your taros.
Yeah, they aren't as allergic to each other as they were in vanilla.
And there's no trees.
No fucking trees, and that's a good thing. Fuck those trees. Fucking nightmare. Putting down your defenses. You have to zoom out like a million miles just to see anything, and it's like, oh, there's some leaves and the ceiling. Fuck you.
Yeah.
So annoying. Now fuck, what the fuck was I saying before you interrupted me?
I cannot remember. You'll have to watch your video and find out.
Yeah. Well then, whatever. It's gonna be one of the mysteries you'll have to figure out by buying the game yourself. I have to mention at this point, you bought me Dungeon Defenders 2.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get it myself. So if I seem lenient on the game, that's probably why. I didn't pay for it myself. I love that imp. It's a little spoon. Spoon! Spoon, 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 spoon!
Ah, lockbox. Nice.
Mm. You lucky whore. Yeah, the drop seems very varied now. You can get like those pet food boxes that when you get them from your inventory, you can just unpack them and they will be like pet food of different varieties.
Yeah.
The comparison system. Oh god, yes, such an upgrade. So good now. It isn't just like, hey, this thing is really, really, really shit, but it looks cool, so I'll recommend it.
It's got that one extra in hero damage when you're a builder.
Yep, that's so good.
It takes away 999 turret range because fuck you. Oh, and it's also mythical.
I would love to see that expanded even more, where you can just go in and say, I'm a builder of this variety, and I only want it if it's good in this, and this area. So that it doesn't guess recommend like it's still doing, but it's doing a lot better. The drops are a lot rarer now, it seems like, and I can't say for higher levels.
I've done what appears to be a boss raid. The drops are very, very confined now. It's no longer spam drops.
Mm.
I'm sure that might change as the game develops, and hopefully they do increase the level cap from 25, which is the maximum at the moment.
Mm.
For now, though, it is a pre-alpha. It is 25 is fairly okay, I would say.
Yeah, because it does seem like they balanced it as much as they can.
Yeah. I mean that was half the fun of Dungeon Defenders, was getting to a ridiculously high level via a ridiculously large amount of EXP.
Yeah, the Diablo style leveling and item finding.
Yeah.
But it did get to the point where it really just was, hey, it's Nightmare, you're level like 99 and 500 objects on the ground you just can't use. Because none of them will drop above Mythical. And we released it Mythical, Transcendent, and Legendary. I think it's Legendary then Transcendent. And that shit would never ever drop. And you were on Nightmare doing survival, and it was just, god, it was so awful. There's just vendor trash everywhere.
Fucking hardcore as well, just
fucking
fuck everything.
Everywhere.
Pull out all the difficulty stops and green.
Yeah. So stupid. But now it's like, it's so much more muted. It actually isn't even all the enemies that drop mana anymore. only some of them do, and I think you have to be at a higher wave count before the upgraded enemies, which will look different now from, instead of just being like a different color, they will actually look different to reflect that they are at a higher difficulty or at a higher level further into the game, or at a higher wave count. Yeah. So that's pretty cool too.
Because orcs now have massive amounts of armor rather than being completely naked. So you can definitely tell at a visual glance that something's very dangerous and you should focus your attention on that. But there's also a problem because most turrets have particularly large particle effects, and it's very hard to see something in this massive array of explosions that usually ends up being your defenses. So it can be quite difficult to see most things when things get really going, but usually not a major problem.
It's sadly one of those things that isn't an easy fix for, and it would be. Vanilla had that too, but only because it spammed enemies so fucking much.
Yeah. It doesn't seem to be so much spamming of enemies now. I mean, there's no longer like several ogres on your screen at once.
Yeah.
It's just one really, really tough ogre, which is a major threat now.
Yeah, it's an actual proper, like, challenge threat, not just, oh my god, it has, like, all the health and kills everything in one hit, and,
Oh, but my turret also has all the health and kills everything in one hit, yeah.
Yeah, and then it's just these two fucking slugs made out of fucking adamantium just wailing on each other for, like, 5 minutes while you take a nap. It's,
now it is a real challenge, actually.
Yeah, if they get to those ogres get to your defenses now, it's just like, holy shit, it got to my defenses! But you're actually working for survival now, and you're engaged in combat.
Now, even builders can actually jump into the fray. They'll more than likely die very quickly, but they can actually jump in and punch a few things.
Yeah, they have some utility now.
And with your heal being free and on a cooldown, you can do it quite often, so long as you're careful. As a builder, you can actually get involved rather than just sitting on your turrets repairing them.
Yeah, that was the biggest problem before. It was like, welcome to Nightmare. I guess all that hero damage strategy you did is just. So we just invalidated a few fucking units or a few champions. So, have fun with that.
Oh, hey, guys, guess what? New Nightmare difficulty. Yeah, you also, you want to see this new character we got? Calling it a barbarian. Have fun!
As I said before, missed opportunity for that barbarian. I hope they bring something like that back.
Well, I would think that now that would be the best time. They've clearly made it quite viable for damaging champions to come in. Because, I mean, even the Huntress the trap's only really useful when you've got a monk with you to do your lightning or a geyser combo. But I can still sit in a game where it's just squire defenses and happily pick off high priority targets with a lot of DPS and some utility with stuns and slows.
Yeah, because it is like we just talked about. The game is a lot more muted now. It's much fewer enemies at a higher threat level. But you have been buffed up yourself, so you can try and deal with them.
I'm sure as they add difficulties and things, there'll be pure strategy, so
yeah, but
damage dealers will be at a loss. But then again, that'll probably be a separate queue of pure strategy.
Yeah, but that's also the fun of the game is min-maxing that and finding those strategies, find the optimal build and all that. So I'm also looking forward to that, of course, seeing them turn on higher difficulties and shit like that, so that you can really start strategizing like that.
I'd also love to see some updates to that matchmaking system, because as of now, it'll just throw you in a random mission based on your level, with people based around your level, or it'll downgrade your level to fit you with them, and you could just be in any game. It could be right at the very last mission on the last level, and it could be almost over, or you could be on the very first level at the very beginning, and it could be very unsatisfying, because endless times I've jumped into a queue and I've gone straight to the very first mission. I've been downgraded to level 2 and I'm with someone who's just started, and I wanted to be with people my own level, actually doing something that would be a challenge.
Yeah, and then you just get tossed in willy-nilly.
Yeah.
But that's something they can only operate once they get more players and stuff like that.
And again, pre-alpha, so I understand. It is something I would like to see them
Definitely
focus on at some point. It doesn't have to be. It could be the last thing they do. I wouldn't care. But again, you know.
All right, I think we should jump over and do the sewers, where we can really show off all the environmentals as well. And then we can talk about some of the things that we don't like too much, which is not a very, very large list right now. I have one I can start off with right here, is vote kicking.
Yes.
It's maybe not such a good idea, especially if you decide that should be in big fat bold letters that someone is trying to kick you, so that you can get really, really angry and really just start trolling. Because that's how they do it now, is with a vote kick. And I understand a vote so that you can't just toss people out as easily or whatever. And what was it? You had something about the end of the game. What the fuck was it you said? It alleviated you just kicking everybody at the end of the game. Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah. Because when the game ends, you've got a chest you can open. A lot of hosts just vote kick someone, and more often than not, everyone just clicks yes.
Yeah, because
and that's I would say that's open to abuse, to like a pre-made group with just some random in. You just troll all you want, and there's almost no penalty for it.
Yeah. See, so it alleviates some of that, where you can't just toss people out and be like, I have all the loot, fuck you, don't get your chest, bitch. But
to be fair, though, there's no real reason to just kick someone at the end of the game, because you can't get their loot anyway.
Yeah, but it's just to be a dick. But the way I see it, the way you would fix that is set it up so that. Let me just strategize a bit here. Yeah, set it up so that when the game ends, you can no longer kick people.
Yeah.
Am I doing this right? Come over and check up on this.
Where are you? First, we'll see. Okay, I am.
Because I don't know how much I can focus my defenses, or if I need to draw them back a bit to make them more centralized. But it's only.
I would say spike barricade here. Put your things a bit further. Actually, harpoon turrets. Harpoon to it here.
The cannonballs just need.
Too close. That's a bit too.
But they need to be closer, because fucking.
Yeah, no. But put a harpoon turret back here, so that can take out your those bloody javelins, because they they really rip up this one.
I usually place my harpoon turrets like this because they have more range than
That
the
should do
javelins.
actually, I think.
Actually, if the javelins stand up here and decide to shoot from here, won't the harpoon turret just hit right at the slope instead?
No. It'll get them.
It'll shoot over the slope. Okay, I'm just gonna take your word for that. It's gonna shoot over the slope.
Yeah. That looks.
Where does the Vivens come from? But because are there Vivens in this?
There are, I believe, some, but they come from like over here.
Yeah. Okay. We'll. It will. Another nice thing is that it will light up on the minimap. You won't see it right now because that's part of the whole. Hey, what's gonna happen during these waves? But it will light up once Vyvern starts spawning. It will make a little eye with wings on the minimap, and that will signify where the Vyverns are coming from. So yeah, if at the end of the stage, once you have victory, you shouldn't be able to vote kick anyone, and the host shouldn't be able to just leave and be a dick and leave before people have opened their chest. You should.
It doesn't matter because I think when the host leaves, someone else just becomes the host.
Ah, okay.
It's like it's server hosted, not
Okay, because that would be the fix for that, definitely.
Do it away from there because Cobalt just...
It has to be around here, do you think? Put it over here. Use the cannonball to block it off. And go like
Oh dear.
this. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, but still, I think the party captain should have the power to be like, oh, this guy's being a dick, he's gone. That's not a vote. He's just out.
At the moment, it requires every other player that isn't being kicked to vote yes to get an actual kick.
Yeah.
So, if someone's just, even if they are trolling and someone doesn't want to kick anyone because, I don't know, they think kicking people is a bit of a dick move and they don't like it, you can't get a kick.
Yeah.
There was that example where that monk just came in and put a million bazillion defenses on a lane that was already pretty well defended. We tried to kick him, and the other guy didn't vote at all, and we didn't get our kick.
He came in, and imagine this was like 3 more cannonballs and shit, and he was just like, oh, well, this is well defended. I'm just gonna place like 5 lightning towers on top of each other. That's gonna do fuck all. And it was like he was just, and we pinged him and shit, and was like, hey, could you? And it seemed like he was just locked into this idea, and we were like, oh, nothing personal, but we didn't want to play with him, so just, and yeah, then it should come down to a vote really, because it's like it's a free world and all that, but it was still like he was just fucking around, and he. Maybe he wasn't a major troll, but we didn't want him there. That's how that was, and then we wanted the opportunity to say, well, this is our game, so we make the rules. Because we did.
I think as a good compromise, it should be if the host wants to kick someone, he should be able to kick them under, like if it's in the middle of the game, it's not the end game, you just get rid of them, or. If a player that's not the host wants to do it, it should be a vote. Because then you can't just come in and be like kick.
Yeah, exactly.
It's you can't just get a bad host where you can't actually kick. So if you've got a really bad host and everyone doesn't like them, you can vote to kick them, and then someone else becomes the host.
Yeah, exactly. That would be the fix for it.
Who then has the opportunity to become a troll, and then the cycle starts all over again.
Yeah, but that's we of course aren't saying that there is a fix for idiocy. You can't fix idiocy. You can just dampen it, and we're just hoping for more opportunities to dampen the idiocy, because he was just derbering around, being a bit dumb, and it was me and Gears' game. We got until like almost the final wave. It was all our defenses, all our work, and it just happened to be an open game, and they came in at the very, very end of it, and they could just do stuff like that to us and ruin our game. So that is, I'm not saying they were trolling, but that's gonna be trolls are gonna use that as jump in late game, just ruin everything. But at least now you can't sell each other the defenses, and
that's also a bad thing. I think that should be...
It can be misused.
Yeah, I'd say, again, the host should be able to sell anyone's defenses. And once a person's been kicked, their defenses should be able to... Or they leave, their defenses should be able to be sold at will by anyone.
Yeah. And then the counter argument is, of course, well, you can have a dick host that is like, yeah, but you'll always get perfectionists in this. Again, don't try to eliminate the trolls and the idiots. Just make sure that they have less tools to work with. And that is like the best solution, I think, is just do those things.
Yeah, remove their ability to mess with people, or at least dampen it. You should improve the experience.
Because if you want to have a game where people can jump in at the very, very end of a stage, you can't have it so that they can come in, use all the last resources that you might want to use to rebuild some defenses or something, and just use that to troll with. And not and leave you with no option for being like, well, he just left us undefended on this place in like the final wave, and oh, there he goes, he leaves, and now we can't do shit.
Yeah.
So I think I think we rounded that out.
I'm fairly sure that I haven't actually experienced it at the moment, but I'm fairly sure that once someone leaves, you can sell their defenses.
Yeah.